Hello, folks. Some of you may have already noticed that normally we have six names down at the bottom of the thing, and today we only have five. That is because one of our players, who normally pilots Aki, is unfortunately unable to make it this week. So we decided that instead of continuing with the Isle of Wight, we do something a little bit different. Pathfinder 2E has a fantastic beginner box, and it's something that I've kind of wanted to run for 6 or 9 months now. Um, and it's designed to teach a new group of 5 people who have never played the game before how to play Pathfinder, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of that for you guys as well. So everybody is going to be playing a different pre-generated character today. We have Ezra and the Wizard.
That's me.
Played by Bob. We have Merciel the Rogue.
That's me.
We have Valoros the Fighter.
Hi.
And we have Kira the Cleric.
That'd be me.
All right. The title of the adventure included in the box is Menace under Otari. The small seaside town of Otari is known for its fresh fish and skilled sailors, but above all, it's a big logging town, providing valuable wood to the nearby metropolis of Absalom. But for you, Otari is home. You grew up playing on the docks, getting lost in the nearby woods, and hearing the fantastical stories of travelers from faraway lands, tales of terrifying dragons and virtuous knights. Such adventure always seemed supremely distant, until today. Word has spread around Otari that there's trouble down at the fishery. Some are saying that it's some sort of beast lurking in the basement, feeding on the stores of salted fish. Folks are worried that whatever is eating the fish might get hungry enough to start eating the fishers next. The 4 of you have volunteered with Tamily Tandervale, the owner of the fishery, to go down into the basement and figure out what's going on. With the town guard busy protecting the loggers, she needs a few brave volunteers to venture into the basement of her warehouse and put an end to whatever has been feasting on her fish. And as we open, the 4 of you are going down the stairs into the basement. The stairs leading into the basement of the Otari fishery creak with age as you make your way downstairs to find the beast that has been eating all of the fish. In the center of the room, between stone pillars holding up the fishery overhead, are barrels filled with salted fish. 2 of these barrels have been smashed open, spilling their contents all over the floor. On the east wall, you can see a giant hole that has been opening into darkness. A few hours ago, each of you gathered with a few other adventurous volunteers in the office of Tamily Tandervale, where she offered you 10 gold pieces each if you could put an end to this menace. She was thrilled when you agreed to help her with this simple task, but as you make your way downstairs, you can't help but wonder if this might be a lot more adventure than you bargained for. Valoros, you're going first. What are you going to be getting up to?
This is spooky.
It's okay. You guys can pick up your tokens and move around the room.
Okay.
So if you're telling me that you're going to go check out these shelves up here, then pick up your token and move it around.
I would like to inspect that. You said there were 2 broken barrels, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll... Oh, that's cool how it moves.
Yeah. Dynamic lighting, folks.
I'll go ahead and inspect the barrels and take a sniff
Okay.
and gander and stare at them.
All right. So, like I said, two of the barrels have been staved in, and there's old salt and brine and drying brine scattered around the floor. But all the fish are gone. And now that you're getting a better look at that, and actually, let's just keep going. Mauricio, Valoris is checking out the vandalized barrels. What are you going to be doing?
I want to check out what's going on with these shelves along the back wall.
Okay. There's a so there's shelves along the north and the south sides of the room that are piled high with various mandatory supplies for the fishery. There's old paperwork down here. There's a little bit of extra supplies to make barrels. There's like bags of there's like 50-pound bags of salt used for salting the fish. So it's, piled as high as you can reach on like 3 levels of shelving. Kira, what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk on in further,
Okay.
and I'm gonna check out the stairs.
Okay.
Or not? I guess
yeah,
those
go
really
ahead.
aren't stairs, but whatever that is right there.
You're looking at the hole. The hole. So on the east side of the room, there's like piles of loose rock and dirt. Whatever made this hole broke into the room and didn't break down out of it. Hey, Ezra,
Sir?
what are you going to be doing?
Talking about being too old for this shit. And creaking my way down these stairs very, very slowly, because I got
Alright.
bad knees.
And the other 3 of you aren't sure what's creaking more, Ezra's knees or the stairs. Alright, so there's a strange chittering coming from the hole in the wall. Kira, suddenly a giant rat the size of a dog emerges from the darkness, and it's not alone. Ladies
Well,
and gentlemen, I'm going to need everybody to please roll perception.
Perception initiative.
Yes, please.
Damn it.
Then I'm just going to add that. What the actual? Don't need a second Kira, and I don't need a second Ezran. Okay. I need that. We got there, ladies and gents.
Except for you gave Ezra my perception check.
I gave a lot of people. I did a lot of weird stuff. Okay.
No,
You both rolled a 22.
I rolled a
You're
22.
doing great.
Oh,
It's-
okay, maybe it's me then, because I'm not seeing anything on my side.
Suck it, nerd.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I can't see anyone's rolls, and for some reason, it's
Oh, you're
whispering
whispering
them
them
to
all
you,
to me.
and I don't know how to fix that.
You're whispering them all to me. This is
I don't-
great.
I'm just
Okay.
clicking it, and it's whispering them for some reason, and I can't see their stuff.
Down at the bottom where it says
That is-
Marisol, where it says your name,
Yeah.
select just your name.
Okay.
I got some real bad news for
Yeah,
you.
now I can see it.
The rats rolled a nat 20 on perception for
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's
Starting
go.
off strong.
That is okay. So
Okay,
Cleric's
so
taking the brunt of it. No.
we can either have
Well,
the picture
well.
or whisper our rolls to the GM.
3, 4. Well, you say that, but Versiel, yes, I can see that. But I am completely okay with this being the way that we do things. I am just at peace with you guys all whispering stuff to me. Ezrin, what's your armor class?
Old man back in here.
Because the rat just rolled a 12.
Oh.
His armor class is 15. He's doing just fine on that miss. And now they're rolling again with a +2. And that's going to be a 10. So Ezrin, you have the one rat run past Kira, past Valeros, and just try to take a bite out of 1D. And you, with a surprising amount of dexterity and vigor, you shove your staff into its face. It backs off for a moment, and then it tries to come back around at you, and you smack the side of its head into the barrel. Valeros, you're going to be dealing with your own rat. That one's going to be... That's going to be an 18 to hit Valeros. And that's also not going to hit. These poor things, they only have a +7. That's going to be a 17 to hit, and they misses again twice. Valeros, the second rat is running at you, and you shove your shield in its face, and it just can't figure out how to quite get at you. Kira, this rat here in front of you is going to take a bite at you. 17 on the die, that's going to be +7. Kira, you are going to take 2 points of piercing damage. And the rat's going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereupon it's going to take its second bite at Mauricio. 15 on the die, +3 is 18. Ties with Mauricio. So, Mauricio, you are also going to take 2 points of piercing damage. I just rolled a 1 on D6 twice in a row. I feel sad.
You said you rolled an 18 and I have an AC of 18, so I have 2 points of damage, is that correct?
Yep.
Right.
Just like that. You're at 13 out of 15. Then Kira. Second rat is going to run up. That's one action. Action 2, it's going to bite. That's going to be 23
Leave me alone.
for 4 points of piercing damage. And then with its third action, it is going to bite again. And because of the multiple attack penalty, instead of a 14, it rolled a 10. So as the first rat that bit you is running past you, the second rat comes up and gets you in the back of the leg. Mauricio, it's your turn. There's a bunch of rats. Okay.
I'm gonna try and skewer this little fucker that just hit me.
Big old nat 20. So, yeah, you do 20 points of damage to this rat. This rat is iced. This rat is completely gone, completely done so. it was trying to like bite at you again, and you shoved your sword into its mouth, and just kind of you have a brat kebab now.
That works.
And
And I'm gonna move right there.
okay. You know that you can go like a little bit closer and maybe use your third action to attack, right?
Oh, I forgot about that. You get 3 actions with
You have 3
Pathfinder.
actions. Welcome to Pathfinder.
So can I
So your
actually
first
go
action
extra?
is so your first action is to attack. Your second action is to stride up to your speed, which is 25 feet. Or
And then my third, I can still
could
try
even take-
another attack.
yeah, you could even go up here next to Valorous if you are interested. He kind of stinks. Also, he's got 2 rats around him.
Yeah, fair enough. And I will.
But because of your prior attack action, make sure that when you make this attack, you are clicking the number 2, or attack a number 2.
So it's not going to be as effective. So do I press the number 2 right next to my rapier if I want to try it again? Okay.
14 is unfortunately not gonna hit. You're moving real fast. You're not really sure how to do this. You're still trying to like flick the rat off of your rapier as you're coming around that corner. And just a lot of stuff is going on, and you don't quite manage to get the second rat. But that's okay, because you're here to help Ezrin. Ezrin, it's your turn.
I'm going to hit the rat in front of me with a ray of frost.
18 hits for 7 points of cold damage.
How's he looking?
Frostbitten, but it's alive.
Can I wang him with my staff after doing that?
Yes, but because it's an attack cantrip, you'll be making
Roll.
your second attack of the turn.
Okay, so what I roll... Here's where
You
the
hit
fun
the
stuff
number
comes
2
in.
button.
Would it be 2 or would it be 3, since that's a 2-action cantrip?
It is your second attack, so it
Okay.
would be number 2.
Ouch.
One's not gonna do it, my dude. That's okay. The rat is looking mighty messed up. And that takes us over to Valorous.
Rats. I hate rats. I am going to long sword. The one they haven't been attacking?
Okay. The one between you and Kira?
Yeah.
28's gonna hit. Or actually, their armor class is 15. You rolled more than 10 over, which means it's a crit. You just
I just did 20.
decapitated this rat of unusual size.
Like I said, I hate rats.
That rat is gone. That rat had a family, and you're about to probably kill that too. So that's your first action.
And then the rat that old man and weird thing next to me.
She's an elf, thank you very much.
Yeah, dick.
I'm racist, apparently. It's okay. Fighter will figure out his way soon. But that rat's looking pretty hurt, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Like
I
half
will...
of it is covered in frostbite.
Oh yeah, longsword number 2.
Alright. Ten's not going to you swing for it, and this rat seems to like preternaturally have eyes on the back of its head or something, and it jumped over your sword.
I really hate rats.
Alright, was that attack number 3?
Yep.
Holy crap basket. Alright, so that's an 18. That's going to hit. She just hit with a -10 modifier on her roll, folks. So like big up.
Hell
all
yeah.
around. And that leaves the cleric on her own with a rat.
Well, well, well. In that case, making some rat stew tonight.
All right, reflex save. All right, and this is a basic reflex save. So, on a critical success, if I roll a 24 or better, they take no damage. If I roll between 14 and 24, it takes half damage. If I roll below a 14, he takes full damage. And if I roll... It might be. Let me check. Dice option. Let me do some digging. It might be... So there is a Whisper Rolls to GM option on your character sheet next to all of the tabs. If that's selected, hit that. If that is unselected, hit that. Toggle that. See if that works.
Everybody
I
see
can see
that?
that, Bob? Okay.
Mine still went to you. Try this
Alright.
again. Oh, hey.
There we go.
There we go.
We are burning hands with the
Ah.
motherfucker. Okay, so
It
like I
wasn't
said-
activated on mine,
Mhm.
but I had to click it and unclick it. Weird.
So if if it rolls under 14, it's dead. If it rolls over 14, I'll take the version that or does more damage. So 1 die roll, folks. That's a 13 on the dice. They have +7 to reflex saves. That's a 20. So that's a success, but not a crit success. He's going to take half damage. -6. The rat is now on fire. Kira, you have a third action. And because Burning Hands is a saving throw spell, it does not affect your multiple attack penalty.
Let's go.
So you can just swing at the rat with your scimitar.
I'm swinging. I want to get to that. Hold on. That's not under spells.
No, it is not under spells. Hitting
There we
it
go.
with a sword is not under.
No, wait, that's not it either.
That is also telling us that you have it linked in the inventory.
Good job, bro.
There
You're
we go.
holding a scimitar.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, I got it. It's all right.
Tiny.
Yeah, you got it, but the rat is on fire and very wary of you. So you're swinging at it with the scimitar. It jumps back out of range and then comes back around at you. The rat's going to bite at you, Kira, once with an 18.
Oh,
That's going to hit for -6 points of damage,
no.
taking you down to 9 out of 21.
No.
And it's going to try to get at you again. With a 16 on the die, plus 3 is 19. For another 4 points of damage, taking you to 5 out of 21. Third time, with a -1. That is a natural 1 on the die.
It bites itself.
The rat is so incensed that it is going to bite at you once, then bite at you again. And then it's going to bite at you a third time, but you kick it in the face. And it kind of... Excuse me while I grab it. And it kind of bounces off of you and into the wall, and it falls down. Which is not bad, given that it's like a 40-pound rat. Mauricio, it's your turn.
Is it dead?
No, it's still a little on fire, but it seems
Sorry,
to
that
be
was
more mad than dying.
that was for the party.
All right.
Mauricio, it is prone and therefore off guard, and therefore its armor class is reduced. But 12 is still not going to hit it.
All right. Let's try. Do I use
So you've
if I want to
moved
kick
and
it?
you've attacked.
Do I
Uh,
use unarmed fist if I want to kick it?
The fist weapon is a stand-in for any unarmed strike, so yes.
All right. That didn't work either. Getting
Unfortunately
frustrated.
not. That's okay.
That's
Whispering. It's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna hobble on my staff. There. Pardon me. Alright. Yar.
Alright, that's a stride action.
And then I'm going to... You know that rat's on fire, right?
A little bit.
Let's see if we can put that fire out.
21's gonna hit. For 8 points of cold damage. So the rat is now frozen solid. It is a rat cube. Oddly enough, part of it is still on fire.
Just the tail. Looks like a rat cube candle.
Mm-hmm. And congratulations, everybody gets 80 experience points.
Woo!
And what would you guys like to do now? Let's start with Valoros again.
Valoros is gonna look up Kira, look at Kira up and down, and just go, "Wow, I didn't even know it was possible not to know your way around a weapon that you're literally holding. You should maybe try to switch it up next time, probably." And he's
Well,
gonna shove past her and go into the abyss.
I am just a healer after all.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
if this is showing your proficiency, it's not very comforting.
Is the hole dark?
Yes. There, it wasn't mentioned earlier, but there's like a brazier, kind of sticking out of the wall, like here. Then there's another one up here on the platform. So you guys can see inside the room, but you can't really see down here. Somebody's going to need to hold a torch.
My question comes from the light cantrip.
Or that.
As I am reading this, cast bright light in a 20-foot radius, like a torch, if you guys blah, blah, blah. I can pick an object on myself or a willing ally.
So are you going to cast it on you, or are you going to cast it on somebody else?
I was going to see if Valoros wanted me to cast it on his sword. Or on him.
Ooh, the sword would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for the sword.
Okay.
That way you can hold that out like a torch, but still hit stuff with it.
I like.
and then another 20. All right, Valoros, you are now shedding light.
You did say shedding, right? I thought you said
Yes.
something else for a minute.
Valoros's sword is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Fair enough.
Hero, would you like to attempt to treat wounds on yourself or cast the heal cantrip? Or I'm sorry, or cast the heal spell?
I'm casting. Oops, my
That
my
is
bad.
not heal.
My bad. I'm trying to close the thingies. I'm casting heal.
Okay. How many actions would you like to use for heal?
I'm gonna say
You
2.
can cast it once, and you can heal somebody that you're touching. You can cast it using 2 actions and heal somebody up to 30 feet away for more, or you can use 3 actions, a full 6-second turn if we were bothering to keep track of turns. There's no enemies present, so we're not. Which heals everybody within 30 feet of you.
Yeah,
including
whatever. We'll use
yourself.
3.
All right. Can you please roll me 1d8 and add 8?
Yeah.
Kira, you are healed for 11. Maristiel, you are healed for 11. Ezra and Valoros, you guys didn't get hit. So Maristiel, you're at full. Kira, you're at 16.
Woo!
All right. Are you guys?
Uh-oh.
We lost you, Dan.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Psychos, you there? Uh-oh. Maybe he lost internet.
My internet has been spotty all day. So, are you guys going to consult the nerds and figure out if these rats are the problem that's been occurring? Or are you guys going to be up and upstairs to talk to Tamley, or are you going to continue down into the darkness?
I mean, hell, since we're here.
Might as well.
I don't want to deal with them stairs again.
Alright.
Can we look at like the entrance of the hole in the wall and see if there's like rat scratches on the walls. See if it was them trying to get through or
There's scratch marks on the walls. That might be rats. That might be something else. But there's also you run your finger, but like you run your hand along the wall, and you realize that there's like flecks of metal in some of these, almost like something was using some kind of a tool.
okay.
Valorous, are you squeezing through the wall? Squeezing through the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
All right. You squeeze through the wall, and you find yourself in a cavern that seems to stretch endlessly beneath the streets of Otari. Who knows what menace could be lurking down there? Up ahead, the passageway ends in a cliff that plunges sharply into the darkness. So would you kindly move to about here?
Yeah.
All right, you are on top of a cliff that's about 10 feet tall. Um, y- Looking at it, it's fairly short, but it looks very slick. Um, and there's some like vegetation over here, but it doesn't seem to be animated in any way.
I know a way I could get down said cliff, but we have old man who creaks downstairs with me, so it's gonna be a little sketchy. I'll wait
What's
for
your
the
idea
rest.
of Valoros? Okay.
I'll wait for the rest of the party to consult, but I'll bring up the idea of tying a rope. I have a rope with me.
Okay. So are you going to like turn and call out the others that they should come and join you?
Yes. Old man, get down here. I need your help with something.
Piss off, youngin'.
All right. Mauricio, Ezrin, Kiro, when you come down and join us, Valoros is standing atop a maybe a 10-foot cliff with his sword stuck in the ground, and he's doling out rope.
So we climbing down this?
Do you think you can?
Well, I can figure it out.
I'm starting to like you, old man. Who wants to go first?
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go.
All right.
Okay.
Come on, creaky knees, go for it.
Hey, watch it. Down is easy, especially with rope. Valoros, you can tie the rope off to one of any number of dirty stalagmites. And then climbing up or down the rope will be easier for everybody.
Yay.
Alright, I'll start climbing down the rope.
Okay.
Do I need to roll
I'm
anything, or
going
am
to
I
need
good?
an athletics check from you.
Can we do acrobatics instead?
Nope.
What if I do a front flip off the cliff?
That will be really sick, but you will still take falling damage. All right. On a 10, are you using the rope?
Oh yeah. Unless you're gonna let me do
Alright.
some sick, like, front flip monk shit.
No,
wouldn't
you
hurt
get
me.
about halfway down, and you're going to need to take another athletics check to get the rest of the way down.
Do I need
The
to
rope
do...
is making it a lot easier.
Do I need to do 2, or just regular
Just a-
athletics?
Just a second athletics check. All right. You're still a couple of feet from the ground. You holler out as the rope slips, and Valoros grabs a hold of it and is holding it firmly for you. You can keep going.
When you say a couple of feet, do you literally mean 2 feet?
I mean that if you try to drop now, you will take falling damage.
Okay. I thought you said this was only 10 foot tall.
It is only 10 feet tall. You move 5 feet at a time.
Alright, I'll do it again.
All right, on a 10, you make it all the way down. I'm just going to shift you over here, and then I'm gonna grab that for the rope. All right, Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay. That's going to be an athletics check from you. Are you using the rope?
Yes.
All right. $18. You get about halfway down. You're going to need to give me another to get the rest of the way down. All right, and a 20 is a critical success, which you start doing what Ezrin did, where you're holding onto the rope and you're walking your way slowly down the cliff, and then you realize that you could probably do this a lot faster because you, unlike him, are wearing gloves. And you start rappelling down the rest of the way until you land with a soft thud on your clericy bottom at the bottom of the cliff.
Cool.
Fucking show off. Hate young
I
people.
have to.
Merciel, Valeros.
I'll go.
Ladies first.
All right, 23. Mauriciel, you grab a hold of the rope and immediately start rappelling down like Kira did. And you land at the bottom with once again, a soft thud. Valeros, it's just you up here. You could leave the rope, but you could also take it with you. It might prove helpful.
Do any of my other friends have rope?
Yes.
Y'all got rope
have
down
rope.
there? You got rope?
I
Alright.
got rope.
We'll leave the rope there.
Okay.
Athletic. That's acrobatic. Athletic.
Are you using the rope?
Yes, sir.
All right. With you, it's less it's less of a climb and more of a orchestrated jump. You take the rope, you climb down about 3 steps, then you just kind of dangle by the rope and realize, oh hey, I don't actually need to climb the rest of this, and you just dangle for a moment and let go and land on your feet, unlike everybody else.
Hee.
So first of all, everybody gets 10 XP for overcoming the cliff, and second of all, you guys can do whatever the hell you want to do next.
Kira wants to look at whatever that is.
The mushrooms over here?
Yeah.
You've recognized them, actually. They're bitter, but they're edible. They occasionally pop up in, like, rotting logs out in the forest. Or, like, underneath of rocks. But yeah, the mushrooms over here are completely benign.
Okay.
Valeros, you have the light. Lead us on.
Onwards.
Alright. I'm just gonna tell you guys that there's a trail through the dust and the grime. It looks like things have been like pulled down through here. Unfortunately, between moisture and time, there are not any footprints I'm also going to tell you guys from this point forward, anytime that you want to go back to town, you can. If you want to go rest, that is an option. This is not a we are down here until it is done kind of a situation. So Valorous, Mauricio, you guys continue down the tunnel. As it continues deeper underground, it opens eventually into a large chamber. There are patches of glowing blue fungus clinging to the ceiling that provide dim light all through here. You can just barely make out vast strands of webbing across the floor and the walls of the cavern, stretching between stalactites like shimmering curtains.
I have dim vision, or low light
Yeah.
vision rather. Can I see any other details, or is that as much as I can see with my enhanced sight?
You can see the you can see the webbing a little bit better. But I am just going to tell you guys, this whole area is going to be difficult terrain to you. So moving into it is so every square that you move in it is going to require 2 squares worth of movement. And Ezrin, to answer your question, in spell rank 3.
That's DM4. Ain't gonna happen.
That's DM for level up 4 times, bucko.
Or common man for should have brought a fucking torch.
I mean, you could light the web on fire.
That's a
mean,
ways to
Piss
go
off
back.
anything that is in there. You could go back to town and get torches.
The light up sword that is not flammable in any way.
The sword is not on fire.
Okay, it's just bright. Got it.
Can any of you guys make my sword on fire? Do you guys have any fire related?
You have burning hands.
Actually, I do. I do have light.
Yeah, but do you have fire?
Aside from burning hands, just magic weapon.
Okay.
I've got Whisper Elf. Can I do a perception check to see if I can hear anything skittering or anything moving just beyond sight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, nice.
So you roll a 21. There is definitely something moving deeper in the webbing.
Guys, there's something here. I can hear it.
You can hear it, but you don't think that it knows that you're present.
Yeah, but if we're moving in an area that's filled with webbing, and this is difficult terrain, I'm assuming there is webbing on the floor as well. So the second we step in
There's
there,
some.
it's gonna know we're here.
Ursiel, you take a second look at it. You might be able to get through this without it noticing you.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm game to try that.
Some of the others might have more trouble with that, but you think that you
Oh,
can
man.
get through.
Oh man, with creaky knees.
To say nothing of the young man who is loaded down with armor.
True.
All right, I'll see how far I can get. Let's do this.
All right. I'm going to need an acrobatics check.
Not with that.
All right. No. You don't
And on
know
that
that
roll.
until I say so. But I'm going to give you like a stride action or so, so I'm going to put you about there. And
Yeah, I figured initiative was coming.
ladies and gents, I'm going to need y'all to kindly roll me initiative. As somewhere in here, big ol' spidery lad.
Oops, I rolled twice. My bad.
That's all right. So, Kira, I'll take the 24. And, Ezra, I'm going to open up Ezra over here. Character, perception, initiative, that's going to be a big old 21 for Ezzy boy. And from there, you know what? I'm just going to drop that sucker onto the token later to make my life easier. Mauricio, as you get caught, as you are picking your way through this across rocks and narrow ledges, your ankle twists and you have to set your heel down, and you don't realize until it's already too late. The spider has found you. And
Why does it have to be
is-
spiders?
And it's stuck. And we'll get to that. But you hear it skittering before, and you guys can react to it before it gets its turn. Kira, you're up first.
Oh.
I look back at Belros and say, well, on the plus side, I was right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you, Ezrin. Mauricio has found a giant spider.
So I have these spell slots per day.
Yep.
But then under spells I also have daily uses.
Okay.
Mm. Can you describe the difference between those?
Let me check.
Because I think I missed it somewhere in here.
Okay, so you are a prepared spellcaster. You have prepared Burning Hands, Magic Weapon, and Heal.
Mm-hmm.
But you have prepared one Burning Hands, you have prepared one Magic Weapon, and you have prepared 3 Heals.
Okay.
And you have, in fact, already gone through your first level spell slots. So you have cantrips.
Okay. See,
And
that's
your
where... That's what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And excuse me while I pull out Player Core, because they changed how clerics work a little bit. All right. I will be making some adjustments to Kira in the near future. But yeah, Kira, what you gonna do? The cute
Okay,
elf chick is in a spider web.
I am going to move up to Valeros, and I want to cast Light.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a good old little pat on the back.
He's already
go.
got a lit up sword.
Even better. I'm doing it to let's redcon, I guess. I'm gonna
Alright.
tap Ezrin because I don't think Ezrin
Okay.
has anything light-wise, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap Ezrin.
Did I say you could touch me?
Yes.
I don't
Must
know
not
about that.
remember.
Hey, respect your elders, man.
He's got dementia. Ignore that.
Hit.
And then you can take the stride action up to about here.
C. How many feet? There we go.
So light is 2 actions, striding is an action.
That should use all 3 of them, right?
Yeah, light is 24 hours, so you guys are good. Ezrin, it's your turn.
Alright, just checking something. Have we seen the beast?
Horaciel is looking back into the corner here. You can give me a perception check to see if you can spot it. I'll use the same die roll. 21. Yeah, there's definitely a spider back in there. You can see it.
Approximate distance?
From you, 60 feet or so.
Okay.
But between Valeros and the wall, it's got some cover in there.
Okay, then we're gonna start with some striding.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 1. And this is difficult terrain, so would that have been 2 to get to there?
So you started down here. That's 5. 10. You're on top of Valeros. 15 to where you are. You can move into one of these 3 slot. Into the slot directly north of you.
Could I?
And that's it.
Okay, so I could go there.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do detect magic.
Okay. This, other than the light effects on you and Valeros, there is no magic in here.
Okay, I'm just gonna chill out and prepare myself for the inevitable ass whooping that is headed my way. I am done if you are still there. Unless your internet
Thank
has
you. I
poo-pooed
was
you.
making an adjustment to Kira's character sheet.
Okay.
All right. That leaves us at Mauriciel. You can see the spider. The spider has seen you.
All right. Is it actually on the ground or is it up in the air?
It's... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. It's on the ground, but it's behind a bunch of webs. But if you want to like shoot it, well, it's just spider web, and arrow can't go through it.
I am not showing that I have any ranged weapons.
Well, maybe that's a reason for you guys to have gone back to town and prepped better.
Well, it has dagger listed under ranged strikes. Am
Yeah,
I
you can
able to
throw 'em.
throw?
Yeah.
10 feet. Anything over that's like you lose accuracy.
So you can
Oh.
throw it up to 10 feet accurately, and then you take a little bit of a penalty, and then you take a little bit more of a penalty.
Gotcha. So this is going to be harder terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be... Do I see a clear path to get through?
Not really. But you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then in this one, you're good.
Yeah. Move here. And that's it.
That. Unless you, like, planned it out much better than I thought. But I'm like,
I don't have anything set up for a ranged weapon, so it's
okay.
the line of sight's not a...
Okay. That's your first action. Would you like to take your second or third?
I'm gonna try and see if I can chop down any of this webbing without losing my weapon. So I'm gonna use...
Well, a 22 is definitely going to hit. You try to stab at sections of webbing, and I'm just going to grab a hold of that, and I'm going to say that you clear off like that much of it. You clear off basically all of the webbing within 5 feet of you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that going to
So
be your... So that's your second action. Would you like to take a third? Would you like to say, prepare to attack the spider if it comes close to you?
I am going to prepare to attack the spider.
All right. So that's going to be an action to prep it, and it's going to take a your reaction when it moves within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
All right. It is the spider's turn. I'm going to remember that to grab the mouse token in the mouse option instead of the paintbrush. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Mauricio, it's going to trigger the action to attack it. Roll me a strike, please. Big ol' nat 1. So that's going to be a critical failure. You are definitely... the spider sees that you are preparing to stab it in a moment of animal cunning. It darts in, darts back, and comes back in after you're finished attacking. And now it is going to take its first melee strike. That's going to be a 20, big old 21 to hit. And that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage to you, and I require a constitution... I'm sorry, I require a fortitude save. Alright, on a 22, you succeed. You feel the venom being spurt into your veins. And you shrug it off completely. And then it's going to be really dumb, so it's going to try to bite at you again. And that's going to be 8 points of damage on the critical. And I'm going to need a fortitude save again. (16) is the DC, so once again you shrug off the venom, but it's a closer thing this time around. Valeros, it's your turn.
Was I able to see that?
Yes.
Alright.
There's a giant spider bearing down on Mauricio.
So difficult terrain is half, right?
Every space that you move in difficult terrain costs an additional 5 feet of movement. So
Okay.
it's 5 to move here, and then it's 15 total to move here, and then it's 25 total to move here. And then you take the stride action again, and it's 10 to go here, and then it's 15, 20, and you're standing here next to Mauricio. Because she was awesome and cleared out like all of the spider webs around her.
So it's 5, 25, 35, 40. So it'd be 45 to get to right next to her, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 2 stride actions.
Okay, so if I do sudden charge, I can get there.
You stride twice, it takes 2 actions. If you reach any enemies, you can make a melee strike. Yes,
Okay.
you can absolutely do that.
Okay, I can make it there. Okay, I was just making sure I could make
Yeah.
it there math-wise.
It's 2 strides.
Okay.
And then you can make a melee attack.
Does it matter what weapon or?
Just any melee attack.
All right, screw it. Longsword.
26 is going to be your hit.
Nice.
Alas, for Hamlin Town, its armor class is 17. You were 1 off of that being a crit.
Damn it.
But you have a third action. You can raise your shield to increase your armor class. You can attack again if you are so inclined.
Spend your reaction to block physical attack. Is there a way to raise the shield for my ally next to me? Or is that like impossible? Or is that like a completely different mechanic?
There are ways to do that, but fighters don't get them at level 1.
Man, I'm crap. Alright, well, I was gonna raise a shield for her, but I can't. But I will raise a shield. So fucked up. I'm gonna raise a shield for myself.
Okay. You get a +2 circumstance bonus to your armor class, which should
Well,
take you from 19 to 21.
So fucked up.
But you're at least bright and shiny, so it's like, hey, pay attention to the guy with the nightlight.
Mm-hmm. Kira.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would like to draw your attention to your spells tab.
Yes.
Courtesy of the remaster, you now have 4 free heals a day, so I'm actually going to give you back one of your spell slots
Oh, let's go.
and declare that the heal you used earlier was from your divine font.
What is this then?
What is what then?
No, I'm reading Divine Font.
Yeah. Basically, clerics can either get free heals per day, or they can get free harm spells per day. And,
That's great.
I elected to give you heals because
I would have elected for that anyways.
that feels more right. So you can like heal as a 2-action activity, and you can heal Mauricio. But friendly warning, if you use the 3 action, the spider is a living being and it's within 30 feet of you.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. 3-action heal coming up. Hold on, what is the range on 2-action?
On the plus side, we haven't done any damage
30 feet.
yet.
So it should hit.
What are you talking about? Like, Valorous took off
Okay, yeah.
like a solid 40%.
Oh,
for how many
wait, I forgot
actions?
that I could do Oh no, what just happened?
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, never mind.
For how many
What just happened,
actions,
Why?
Kira?
My map is gone. 2 actions.
Okay. Can you please roll me 1d8 plus 8?
Yeah. Oops. Hold on. My roll 20 is acting up for some reason. You said 1d8 plus 8?
1d8 plus 8. Merciel, you are healed for 11.
Sorry, this rogue thinks she's a barbarian.
There are worse things to think that you could be. And Kira, you now have a third action that you can do pretty much whatever you like with.
Oh, I gotta pop. There we go. Everything I have takes 2 actions, so I am actually just gonna go ahead and take the action to.
You can stride.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the action to stride, a little closer
Okay.
to them.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Should reach.
So you can be there.
Yeah, there you
or-
go.
Which is better for you, A or B?
I'm going to say A because at least I'm still
Alright.
closer to Ezrin too.
Alright. Speaking of whom, Ezrin, it's your turn.
Do I have clear line of sight?
That depends. Do you like Valorous?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Like, say, if I were to send 3 magic missiles at it.
If you are casting Magic Missile, then it automatically hits. You don't need to roll anything, and it will go around Valorous.
Okay.
Are you using 1 action, 2 actions, or 3 actions?
3 actions. I
Okay.
set it to 3 actions, but
Yeah.
it looked
All
like
right.
it only did 1.
It only rolled damage once, and I like the idea of rolling damage for each one separately. So can you please
Okay.
roll me 1d4 plus 1, and then 1d4 plus 1 again? So that's going to be 2 on the first one, 4 on the second, and 3 on the third. That's going to be a total of 9 damage. The spider is looking mighty. Ezrin, what does Magic Missile look like?
I've always wanted to do this. It, honest to God, looks like one of those little fat boy mortar shell missiles.
Okay.
Just flying at him. Like an actual magic missile.
Mm-hmm. It's about the size of a fist, but it's somewhat elongated. And then it gets really thin, and then it flares out again. Mauriciel, Valorous, who watches 3 of these fly out of Ezrin's staff and slam into the spider from 3 different angles all at once. It is confused, it is hurting, and it is Mauriciel's turn.
All right, let's try this again. Ooh. Not doing it when it
14
counts.
A 14 is not going to hit, but you could take the stride action over here behind it, and then you and Valoros are flanking it before you take your second attack, if you are so inclined.
Now, the going back into the webbing, even though I'm behind it, It
It's difficult
will
terrain.
impede my movement, but it won't impede my sword ability.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain. It's not it's not grabbing at you.
All right.
All right, that's your stride action for 2 and your second attack for number 3. All right, on a
There we
21.
go.
Its armor class against this is reduced to 15, so your 21 will hit. And you stab this spider right up its spinneret.
Take an enema.
You just gave it a sword enema. Congratulations. And I'm just going to add sword enema to the list of things that I never really expected to have to say. Where did my life go wrong? Why do I do this to myself?
Well, at least it's not the glow in the dark one. I mean,
All right. So you guys can continue to the northwest if you are so inclined. You get the feeling that this still isn't the thing that's been eating all of the fish.
Quick question.
Yes.
Am I done with my spells? Do I just get one use, or do I get one use of each of the 3 of them? For the day.
Okay, so you have prepared Magic Missile once.
Okay, so I can still use the other 2.
You can still use Shocking Grasp and Force Bolt. However,
Cool.
excuse me, while I grab the player court once again. Go digging for wizard at level 1. You have 1 out of 2 spell slots remaining. So you get 1 cast of Shocking Grasp or 1 cast of Force Bolt.
Okay, cool.
But you can continue to use things like Ray of Frost, Mage Hand, Message, Detect Magic as many times as you please.
Yeah, I figured on that.
But you said we can also go back to town and rest and come back. This is not a we have to treat it like
You
a
can
dungeon.
also
Keep
go back to
going.
town and rest at any time that you desire.
So if people need to refill spell slots, that's something we should consider. I mean, I just stab stuff and try to die, so it doesn't really matter to me, but I am open to going back if you all need to go back and rest up.
We probably should.
You hear a voice from somewhere deep in the distance. I don't know about that, Cura. You still have a crap load of Divine Font available. Ezrin is getting a little winded, but not terrible, and Valoros and Mauriciel can go all day. Then I'm going to stop metagaming. Also, for killing the spider, everybody gets
keep
40
going. Keep going.
experience points.
I haven't been keeping track of that, so
How many?
you know, should we be?
That's okay. I'll
basically
tell you when you
to-
level up.
Gotcha.
You're
Okay.
just not that adventurous as she once thought.
Maybe, but you are down here, and the elf chick is pretty hot.
How many XP?
For the hot elf chick.
He's now taking care of the dog. Ezra, I apologize. What's going on?
How many XP do we get for that?
You get 40 for killing the spider.
Okay, thank you. So, should we go forwards?
I certainly encourage you to go forward.
God damn spiders. Bunch of bitches. Light the way there, youngin'.
Valeros, as you climb up, and after the web-infested cave, the passageway leading deeper underneath the streets of Otari appears to be mostly natural. But someone, or something, has worked to open the cavern and level out the floor here, making the passage more easily traveled. There's a crude barricade made from old wooden planks and part of a barrel, blocking the entrance to a side tunnel to the north, while the main passage continues off into the gloom.
Can I tell if the barricade is recent or not?
Roll me a perception check.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, firstly, the barricade looks like it was built fairly recently, within the last couple of weeks. But with your sword held aloft, you can notice that beyond the barricade, the tunnel continues for 15 or 20 feet, and then it opens into some kind of a room, and you hear a faint clattering noise coming from somewhere beyond the barricade.
Oh. Hey, there's something over here, guys.
Well, let's go see what it's about.
Well.
Right. You're going to need to take the barricade apart.
That's young
And
folk
you're
work.
fairly certain that Valoros, you look at it and you're like, I could smash this to pieces. I can
Before
smash
I
this and it will work.
do that, can I throw a rock through and skitter it down and see if the sound comes towards my rock?
Ezrin, Kira, Mauriciel, you watch as Valoros takes a step over here, picks up about a fist-sized chunk of rock and looks like he's about to throw it over the barricade.
I don't think we should do that. I think it's a bad idea. Surprise is golden.
Big brain. Can I stride through this sucker? Or not stride. Sudden. What is it called?
You
Sudden
can
charge it?
smash the barricade. Yes, you can use the feat again. The feat does not have a cooldown.
So could I
You can use
smash
that
it
every
with
turn
that?
if you want to. You can smash the barricade up. But once again, it'll probably be pretty loud. And Ezrin appears to be counseling some degree of caution.
Okay.
Because he's a wuss.
Well, what do you suggest?
I suggest we, as quietly as possible, take apart that barricade. And sneak up in there. And then commence to fucking shit up.
I'm a bit clunky, so I suggest not going first. I'm quite loud in this armor.
That is what Maricel is for. She's all sneaky peeky like.
Alright. Taking apart the barricade is going to require the better of crafting or thievery. If you are trained in that but think that somebody else might be more trained, you can take the aid action and attempt to help.
I've got a 7 on
But everybody
crafting.
can only get aided by 1.
I'm proficient in crafting.
I got a 7 on crafting.
I only have a 4.
Let me check Mauriciel really quick. Marcial has a 7 in thievery.
Ooh.
I have 0.
Marcial, you guys are at a impromptu barricade made of old lumber and barrels. Valeros hears something clattering in the darkness beyond. And you guys are making plans to quietly take apart the barricade.
Works for me.
Do you want to thieve it, or do you want to... I got a 7 in crafting. What's your thievery, Val?
I'm crap in thievery. I only have a 2.
So if
I have a 7 in thievery.
I have a 7 in crafting and a 5 in thievery. So
The only thing that I will say is that if you are using the aid action, you have to use the same skill as the person making the primary check.
that's why I was thinking maybe Val could aid me in taking it down, or I could aid Val in taking it down. Because that would... We are both way better at crafting than I and Maricel are at thievery.
Alright. However you guys want to do this.
So do we both roll crafting?
So
Same time?
Valeros, if you're trying to aid, you're
Mhm.
going to roll first. The DC on an aid check is going to be 15. On a success, Ezrin gets a +1 circumstance bonus. On a critical success, which will probably only happen on a nat 20 at this rate, he gets a benefit relating to how trained you or how proficient you are. You're at the trained level, so it'll just be a +1. And if you fail, Ezrin doesn't get anything, and if you critically fail, Ezrin gets penalized.
Right.
So the DC is 15. You have plus, what is it, 4 to crafting? 5 to crafting?
Yeah.
So the only way you will critically fail is on a nat 1. Alright, on an 18, Ezrin, please roll crafting. You're going to have a +1 circumstance bonus.
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
With 2 over the... I'm sorry, 3 over the limit for the critical success, Ezrin, you silently motion for Valeros to take half of it, and to silently take apart half of the barricade, while Ezrin handles takes the center point up, pulls it directly up, and the rest, like, silently collapses in on itself and clicks to the ground. Everybody gets 10 experience points.
Do we see any light at the end of the hallway?
Well,
Like, any kind of light whatsoever?
you see a big old room down there.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Beyond the barricade, the old cavern corridor winds down into the earth and ends in a large vault that is lit by a strange torch with a blue flame. You can just barely make out some kind of an alcove in the north corner. While at the center of the room is a raised platform holding what appears to be some kind of large stone box.
Can we send our rogie down there to see if she were to see anything? Silently and stealthily, like?
And certainly try.
I can sneaky sneak.
You can definitely sneaky sneak. Roll me a stealth.
All right. In keeping with tradition.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. All right. Marcial, you're going to slip down here. This room is definitely some kind of burial vault or memorial. You see that there are 5 or 6 alcoves all along the wall, and in the center is a that platform. That box on the platform is not a box; it is a sarcophagus.
And am I seeing? Is there any sign that anybody has been in this room recently?
The wall is smashed in, kind of like the basement to the fishery. And one of the alcoves is smashed, but it doesn't appear that anybody has disturbed any of the other coffins.
All right, I want to move closer to this dude over here,
Okay.
and I want to. Is it perception? I don't see an option for investigation.
I mean, if you're just taking a closer look at it, then yeah, it's just going to be a perception. If you're trying to like read anything or see if you can remember anything, then that's going to be maybe an interact action based on probably intelligence.
Where's okay? Strength. I want to see if there's any sort of writing on there or anything to give me more information.
Okay. You take a closer look at it, and there's not a whole lot here. It is very, very worn. I'm just going to ask, are you going to touch the sarcophagus?
I want to check and see if it's trapped before I touch anything.
Okay, that's going to be a perception check. $13. You don't see any traps.
Gotcha. I will leave it at that.
Okay. And you're just walking away?
Just letting him know I'm not seeing anything down here. If you guys want to come down and take a look.
I will creak my old bones down there and see what's up.
Okay. Valoros, Kira, are you going with Ezran?
I'll camp here. See if any skaters go by.
All right. Okay, Ezran, as you enter the room, 4 skeletons in each of these outlying coffins all start pushing the sides of the coffin aside, and Mauriciel, the sarcophagus starts to open.
So I'm keeping with tradition, guys. I'm just still trying to die.
Oh, that's on the token layer for some reason. Okay, that's new. No, wait, that's on the GM layer, and I need to be on the token layer. And we're just gonna real quick. We're gonna add turns, and I'm going to need Val as Kira. I need you 3 to roll initiative using perception. Mauriciel, you're going to use stealth for your initiative. While I grab a hold of that thing and that thing. And we're going to roll. And then we're going to roll going to take a moment, and I'm going to get all of this stuff. Mauricio, you rolled stealth for 15. And Kira, you rolled perception for 26. Holy crap. Alright, Kira, it is your turn. All of these undead started shifting all of these coffins as you and Ezran walked in. What are you gonna do?
I feel like I'm gonna look at the one behind me and immediately hit it with Disrupt Undead.
Okay. That's going to be 2 actions. It's going to roll a Fortitude save. It's going to pass, but barely. And it is going to take 1d. Roll me 1d6 plus the wisdom, please.
1d6 plus wisdom. I think that's
It passed. We'll take half damage.
4. 1d6 plus 4? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Plus wisdom, right? Okay.
Plus whatever your wisdom modifier is. All right.
Hell
So
yeah.
this one, I'm going to swap it out with this one because the one that you targeted is my initiative tracker. So the skeleton behind you is just obliterated in a flash of Saren Ray's divine light.
Woo!
And you have a third action.
How tall are these like little cliffside things right here?
The
There we go.
the alcoves
guys.
are about waist. Oh, the stairs?
Yeah. Are those just
Are they
regular
2
stairs that
each?
we could just like go back up?
They're like 2 feet high each. It's not enough to really be noticeable.
I'm
You
gonna
have to hike your legs up a little bit, but it's not going to be like
take the stride and
spell
just
check to climb it.
I should still be able to see them from here, but take the stride and just come up a little bit.
Okay.
And then yell out to Valeros. We have a bit of a situation down here.
All right. Valorous, Kira is hollering about there being some kind of a situation.
I will sudden charge in.
Okay.
So
You can stride twice.
I guess I can go right
You
next
could
to
get
him, huh?
over here to the guy
Yeah.
up on the pedestal.
Alright, fuck it.
And then you take a melee strike.
Huzzah.
All right, that's going to be a big old crit. Against is that one? I'm not sure why I'm looking at that for its HP when I can just zoom in on its token. So Valeros. Unlike a lot of the other stuff that you guys have been dealing with, these are undead. And particularly this is a zombie. And they have a weakness to slashing damage. Which means you don't actually do 18 points of slashing damage. You do 23. And split this thing right down the middle. From the top of its head to its groin.
He said there was
It
a
is
problem. I solved problem.
Immediately very dead. It is very, very, very dead. It is as dead as it should be. And you still have an action.
Mauricio looks up and goes, "Nice, respect."
Alright, I wanna raise shield.
Alright. You could please make a note that you have a +2 circumstance bonus to armor class. Ezrin, it's your turn. You were a little worried, and then Valeros just cut one of them in half.
Well, alrighty then.
Also, Kira made one explode.
So
I don't need that character sheet anymore.
I would like to... If I were to use Ray of Frost on the boy in the corner on the upper right over there, would I hit Val?
No.
So we're going to do Ray of Frost on homie up in the corner over there.
Okay. 15 is not gonna hit.
Well.
And that's gonna be 2 actions. You have a third.
We're gonna duck back over here.
Okay. Valeros, the one skeleton is going to come 1, 2, trigger an attack of a reactive strike if you are going to take it. Valeros, you hear, mate?
Sorry. I was
My
looking
internet
at
dying
schoolwork.
again?
No, sorry, I was looking at schoolwork.
Alright, so this skeleton that is now next to you seems to be heading for Ezrin and is triggering an attack of opportunity from
Oh
you.
yeah. Okay.
So are you going to take that?
Yes.
Sweet. Roll me an attack, please.
Blah.
26, that is going to be a critical. Which means that it does 24 points of slashing damage, reduced by 5 because it's a skeleton and you're hitting it with a sword, to 19, which is still enough to completely obliterate it. And then 1, 2, this one is going to be attacking you. Valeros. 19 is not going to hit because you raised your shield.
Yep.
And then for second attack, that's 11. That is also not going to hit, but that's just because your armor class is in the stratosphere. And then Mauricio, we have 1 striding up to you. On a natural 20, a 26, you take 6 points of slashing damage, putting you at 7. Then it is attacking you again with an 8. It critically fails.
Did it stab itself this time?
Not quite, but it... If I can grab a hold of it properly. Not quite, but I am going to roll that it falls prone. And that's why we don't take multiple attacks in one turn, folks. Merciel, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna stab this guy. I don't
All right.
appreciate that.
Okay. Let me just flip to the rogue page so that I can remind myself how sneak attack works. Yeah, it is off guard because it's prone, and you're using a finesse weapon. So if you hit, you'll do an extra d6 of damage. Let me just make sure that I'm doing all of that shit right. Folks, I am having an experience now. There we go. Conditioned appendix. I have found the right thing. Yeah, they are off guard. No, wait a moment. I'm sorry, I was doing all of this wrong. It is okay though. It is okay. So yeah, unfortunately, a 10 is still not going to hit him. But he is still down, and you can still attack again.
We'll try again.
All right. Hit me with number 2. 9's not going to do it. Although, in your defense, you are trying to stab a skeleton.
All right, fine. I'll kick him.
It doesn't exactly.
Doesn't work. I'm just angry at this point.
All right. Well, he fell down when he rolled a crit fail, and Mauricio, so do you. This is just Ezra. This whole area is just turning into a comedy of errors.
Fair enough.
Kira, it's your turn.
I am going to. What's that? Oops.
I
didn't
mean,
want
you
that.
can absolutely divine font and heal.
I do, but I just wanted to read actually this right here real quick.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the 2 actions, one is the one that lets me do at a distance. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the 1 action to move.
Okay.
And then my last 2 actions to go ahead and do Divine Font Heal
Okay.
for 2 actions and cast them on Mauricio?
Mauricio, yeah.
Mauricio, yeah.
Can you do me a favor
Yes.
and kindly roll me D20 plus Dex?
Dex mod?
Plus Dex mod, yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. So I have some really bad news and some really good news.
Hit me with it.
The really bad news is that you accidentally hit the skeleton. The good
So-
news is that the skeleton explodes.
Sick.
Because it turns out that the skeletons are in fact harmed when you try to heal them. And they only
Wow.
have 4 hit points, so D8 plus 8, even on a 21 on the Fortitude saving throw to avoid getting exploded, is just not gonna happen. Valorous, it is
It
your
does make
turn.
sense.
There is 1 skeleton remaining. And you're starting to wonder if you aren't the only competent person down here.
Can I reach him from here, or do I have to step up one?
Oh, you can
Sorry,
absolutely
guys.
hit. You
All
can
right.
Can't take
absolutely
me
hit the
anywhere.
skeleton.
And a 1.
11's not going to hit.
And a 2.
22 will. 7 points of slashing damage gets reduced to 2.
And a 3.
10's not going to hit.
Okay.
Ezra, it's your turn. Because once again, you're trying to hack at a skeleton with a sword. That's not how swords work. Generally, when you're hitting bone, something's gone sideways.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And pardon me. I am gonna try and bonk him with my staff.
Okay. Roll me a staff bonk. 13's gonna miss.
Okay, I didn't want to do. You know what? Fuck it. I'll try it again.
All right. 11's also going to miss. I believe that it is now the skeleton's turn. The skeleton, recognizing that Valoros is probably not exactly the easiest person to hit, is instead going to turn to Ezran. And it's going to attack once. That's 25. That's going to critically hit for 8 points of damage. And you guys can't see my shit-eating grin. Then it's going to attack a second time. That's 7. That's going to miss. And a third time. That's a 4. And continuing the comedy
Wouldn't
of
that be
errors
a
earlier,
critical failure?
It's a critical failure in the skeleton, and you trip the skeleton. Mauricio?
I use an action to get up,
All right.
and I don't know how to do that. How do I stand my character up?
I rotated the token 90 degrees, and I rotated the token 90 degrees back.
All right, cool. So
Then you can stride over here and
I'm gonna go right
try
here.
to kill it.
Yep. I'm gonna
right.
try and kick it again.
All right. 19. That's going to be a standard success for 5 points of bludgeoning damage, which it is not resistant to. And Mauricio, you come down with your and you smash its skull back. It's starting to get up, and you slam your foot down into its skull, and then you just kind of keep going. And the skeleton is smashed to flinders. Congratulations, everybody! You get 100 experience points for overcoming this more challenging combat.
Hey guys, maybe you shouldn't let me lead.
You lived, didn't you?
True. True that.
Is there anything lootable in here?
The torch is still burning. Ezra, you recognize an ever-burning torch when you see one. It is a torch. It works like a torch, but it does not emit heat, and it cannot be extinguished.
I'm just gonna take that.
Valoros, while you're helping Ezra look around for loot, you notice that one of the skeletons was buried with a particularly polished shield carved to look like a roaring lion. You can have that if you like. It looks valuable.
Okay.
So
All right.
I am currently lit up, correct?
Yeah. You and
Val.
Valoros both.
Okay, we're gonna leave the rogue in the dark, and I'm gonna give the ever-burning torch to Kyra.
All right. Kira, please make a note that you now have an ever-burning torch.
Hey.
It works like a torch. 20 feet of bright light, an additional 20 feet of low light.
Perfect.
And Valoros, I'm just going to tell you that if you go back to town and sell the fancy-ass shield, it will be worth 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
Mhm.
Heal up and press forward, or go back to town?
That's up to you guys.
I don't know.
Well.
What do you guys got? I'm kicking and swinging at stuff, so I can do this all day.
I can heal all of us, and then we could continue.
Would you have anything left?
1. I'd have 1 left.
All right, yeah, let's
That's
do it.
free. Okay. Divine Fonting for 3 actions.
All right. Roll 1d8 plus 8. Mauriciel, Ezra, and Kira, you are all healed for 13, which takes all of you to full. Valoros, nothing has touched you. Your shield is too good, your armor is too thick. You are, in fact, the baddest bitch, and you are going to take all of these stories and go get ale from all of these scrubs who are with you.
Hey, some of us silently took down a wall
Mm-hmm.
and damn near killed the spider.
With Valoros's help. Some of you killed the spider with Valoros's help.
I've kept the adventure exciting. So beyond that, I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing other than causing havoc wherever I go. And I'm not even playing Jinx right now.
Remind me to tell you guys about Kate and Colleen's one of these days. I'm just going to grab everybody and move y'all back down here. You can continue down this way, or you can call it for the evening. Are we going to keep going?
I would say since we just healed, let's press on.
All right.
I'm good to go.
Why not?
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Maybe someone besides me this time.
I
I'm
think
just
we
gonna
discovered
keep-
last time I'm probably not the one to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Rollies, Val?
Sure.
20?
Yeah.
You guys each pull out a 20-sided polyhedral die, roll it on the ground. Ezra, you beat Valoros.
I'm leading.
All right. Who's following him? Val, Kira, Mauriciel? Okay.
I'm going in the middle.
What are we seeing?
Ezra, do you mind pausing there for a moment? This cliff off to your left is about 10 foot high. And taking a look at it, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to climb than the one before the spider. The problem is that this time you're going to be going up.
You want to go first, youngin?
Sure.
Here, take my rope.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Valoros, roll me athletics, please. You take a look at it, you stash your shield behind you, you stash your sword back in its sheath. You find one good foothold about 3 feet up, you use that to boost. You find another foothold. Find another foothold about 4 feet up, you use that to boost. And that gets you to high enough where you can clamber up the rest of it without too much trouble. Because you just rolled a critical success. Would you like to tie the rope off and toss it down to help everybody else?
Yes, please.
All right.
Do I go like right here? Is that okay?
Give me just a moment while I...
Holy Cthulhu altar.
I was gonna say.
There we go. We've got rope.
Oh, it's that. That's
Eh.
the cliff. My bad. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, nah, you're golden. You're golden. Then I'm just going to go to the lighting layer, and I'm going to grab a hold of that door barrier, and I'm going to delete it.
Okay.
As you push open the ancient wooden door before you creaks open on rusty hinges, revealing a ruined chamber. Mold and rot stain every surface. On the far side of the room is a stone statue of a giant squid, its tentacles reaching toward an altar in the center of the chamber. The scum covers almost everything, but it hasn't touched the pristine silver bowl sitting atop the stone altar. The bowl is filled with water. The water in the bowl is perfectly clear.
I'm immediately gonna turn right back around and go, "Oh man, I need your help. Some weird voodoo shit is up here."
All
Valoris, are you
right, I'm
trained in
coming.
religion?
Yes, very much so.
I will hold the
Well, not
Valoros,
a little. Oh, Valoros.
are you trained in religion?
Nope, I definitely called it voodoo shit.
Okay. Ezrin, there's a rope going down the cliff. Valoros is asking for help.
Gonna do the
You
damn
or
thing.
maybe Kira should probably head up.
I got this.
All right.
Okay.
Roll me an athletics check. That's going to be a critical success. You have old man strength.
Damn right I do.
Part of that dad strength I hear about.
Fun fact, Ezrin is canonically a father.
Makes sense then.
Ezrin, roll me a religion check. 17. This is Gazra, the god of nature and the fury of the ocean. He normally takes the form of a giant kraken.
It's Cthulhu's second cousin.
No, that is a completely different being, and if this was a shrine to Rovagug, bad shit would already be happening. This is Gazra. He's angry, but he's okay.
Detect magic.
Detect magic. There is definitely magic here, particularly in the silver bowl. You feel as though the bowl and the altar together are making some kind of magical making some kind of magical nexus.
Okay. Kinda wanna touch it.
Okay. You walk up and poke it.
I just wanna walk up and take a good look and see if I see anything.
The water in the bowl is perfectly clear.
Hey, Ezra, you thirsty?
Oh no, that's a young folk game. It's definitely magical, though. Definitely magical. Want to give her a shot, Val?
We'll let the ladies try. How about that?
That sounds like a plan.
Oh, ladies.
What am I doing this time?
Sure, why not?
Up the rope.
I'll climb.
All right. Roll me an athletics check, Mauricio. All right. You get about halfway up. You're going to need to give me another athletics check. All right. That's going to be a critical success. You get up top. There is a room that looks like it has been covered in like salt water, or it was like buried under the tide. You are nowhere. You are near the inner sea, but not near enough for this to be tide locked. There's a shrine to Gazra, or to Gozray, as I am understanding this is their actual name. The god of, among other things, nature, a god of nature and oceans.
All right, so what's the issue? What's going on?
There's water in the bowl that the lads are too scared to try to drink.
Sure, let's drink it. Why
Okay.
not?
You are immediately healed for 1d8 hit points, but your guys are all at full, so that's not actually relevant. Roll me a fortitude save. On a 23, you succeed. For the next hour, the ocean's might has fortified you against harm. The next time you would be critically hit, you can use your reaction to have that reduced to a standard hit.
Ooh, that's handy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, almighty squid. I'm not sure if you're male or female. Squid god thing.
Ghostwright is dualistic. Sometimes they appear male and sometimes they appear female.
Thank you.
All right, is there anything else in this room that is of note?
Statue of Squid Boy, sea scum everywhere. Bowl that would probably be valuable if you took it, but is magical where it is. Now you've pretty well gotten through everything.
Gonna push my luck by taking that bowl. I will leave that in place.
Alright.
Someone may need it someday, so I'll let it be.
Okay.
And I'll head back out if there's no other exits or anything.
Alright. I'm not going to ask you guys to roll to get down this cliff. Alright.
Pressing on.
We continue. As you guys push into the large room here, it looks like it was once a storeroom for a building above. At the far side, you can make out what might have once been some kind of cage or cell. It is now full of crates and barrels. Excuse me while I put you guys back where I want you. You see 4 lizard-like creatures the size of human children clustered around the door to the cell, all of them trying to pry it open. Folks, it's that wonderful, wonderful time again. It's time to roll initiative.
Perception.
Yep.
Oh.
I need to get onto the tokens layer again. And... oh, fantastic. Which means that I can pick this one to be my... Kira, move back. Don't go lying to me. Don't go lying to me. While I pull
Oh,
up
my bad.
the appropriate stat block and roll the overwhelming initiative of 12. I finally beat one of you, and it's just Valoros. So, Mauricio, you're looking around and you see what looks like lizard kids. You don't like kids, you're scared of having children. You should kill them.
I fully agree with that. All right, I'm gonna move to right back here because that's the extent of my movement speed. And
Well, you could stride again.
that's true. I keep forgetting that.
Mhm.
And I still have my first attack.
Mm-hmm. Alright, on a 15... 15's not going to hit. These things have an armor class of 16, each of them.
Fair enough.
Ezra,
Yes.
it's your turn.
I am going to stride over to here.
Okay.
And miss with a Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost, you're going to cast Ray of Frost again, and it's going to miss. Kira, it's your turn.
Sweet. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move up just enough to be able to see them as one of my actions. And then
All right.
as my... To use up my next 2 actions, I'm going to disrupt undead. Yeah, why
These
not?
things are not undead.
Oh,
I
wait.
will tell you that up front.
I don't think... Unless I'm not seeing it somewhere. I don't think it says anything about it having to be undead. Oh, never mind. I see it there. It was under the more informations.
I mean, it's also positive damage is healing.
Yeah.
So I figured that you didn't want to heal the enemies there.
Yeah, I know. You have a good point. I didn't see it in there when I was
Just gonna
typing
throw
the
that out there.
description.
Mm-hmm.
But change up this description. There we go. So I don't miss that next time.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Go back to character.
It's okay.
In
We're gonna
that
get there.
case, I'm going to use... Attacking with a weapon is just 1 action, correct?
Yep. A strike is a single action.
All right, I'm going to use... Can I use another action to move?
Yeah,
To take
you
the
can
stride action again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to stride again to be able to make it right there.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll take my scimitar and do 1 attack with it.
Okay. Roll me a scimitar strike. Okay. On a 9, you're gonna on a 9, this thing is going to whirl around. Merciel ducks under its spear, and it has it poking up at your nose, and that so you sweep your scimitar away from trying to kill it to just trying to get the spear out of your face,
Okay.
and they all turn. And they gasp in unison. And then one of them in the back yells, "Kill murder the intruder thieves!" And they are going to delta split. One is going to go here, here, here. And I think that's actually enough. I'm sorry, it's going to go here, and that's going to give it flanking on Kira. And it's going to attack with its spear once. Kira, your armor class is reduced to 14. So that's going to hit for 3 points of piercing damage. Then I have to manually roll a d4. Plus an additional point of piercing damage.
That should
So
be
you
at
take 4
17.
points of piercing damage total. And then it's going to do that again. And on a 6, it is going to fail, but not critically. Ezrin, you've got one coming here next to you, where it is going to attack. That's a 7. That's going to miss. It's going to attack again on a unnatural 1.
What happened was
3 on the die. This one is going to hid and fall prone. Then Kira, you've got this one who's going to move thusly, so that you are once again getting flanked, and your armor class is reduced by 2.
Oh, yay.
And on a natural 1, it's going to you catch its spear in between your scimitar and the ever-burning torch, and you snap it in half.
Oh.
And it is going to take its third action to just kind of look at its spear, in confusion and fear. Then Mauricio, this one is going to move so that it is flanking you. Your armor class is reduced by 2 to 16. And then it is going to attack with Spear. That's an 18, so that's going to hit for 6 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to attack again. That's a 5. So this one is also going to fall prone on a critical fail.
Okay, all of a sudden it's not letting me change my token stats. Are you able to change it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Is that
just
correct?
I'm
Sometimes
leaving
it
your
lets me
armor
change
class
the
as
health,
it is,
but it won't change
your
it.
health is where it's supposed to be.
Okay, perfect.
Kira, you took 4 points of damage earlier. So you're at 17 out of 21. Mauricio is at 9 out of 15. And it's Valoros's turn.
Sorry, guys. I try to let you have the glory, but seems I'm here for the rescue again.
A little bit of help over here.
Slash. No.
11.
Oh, how the
Ah,
mighty have fallen.
Slash.
Hubris, thy name is Valoros.
The 18 will hit. Which will kill that the one that was standing.
I only have one more action though.
You strided to get into the base, then you have
Yeah.
attacked twice.
Oh wait.
So
Yeah, no. So I don't even.
striding is
okay.
an action. Your first strike's an action. Your second strike is an action.
Okay.
So you're at
That's it
3
then.
out of 3. Mauricio, it's your turn. Because one of them is prone, you are no longer flanked. And you're not sure that you should have been the first time because you're not sure about this one to your just left of you. But you feel like you're in a good position to put the hurt on some people. And by people, I mean lizard children things. Is that at the prone one or the one that's standing?
The prone one.
Okay. The prone one is armor class is reduced to 14, so that's going to hit. Can you roll me an extra d6 for sneak attack? You stab it in the throat, and it gurgles as it dies. But I also think that it is my initiative count holder. I'm going to swap it around with this one.
All right, and then I will attack the other one.
Okay. That's going to be another rapier. 12 is not going
That
to
could
get
work.
it done.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's okay, though.
And
Ezrin?
I'm
Oh,
done.
no, wait. I'm sorry. Merciel has a third action you can do things with.
Yeah, I'll flank it. Well, am I technically flanking it already, or is it just
No, you'll have to
moving
come
the?
around to here, and that will make it flat off guard to Kira.
All right,
All right.
that's it for me.
Ezrin, it is your turn. There's one next to you that is prone and thus not particularly threatening. And then Kira and Mauricio are about to do very bad things to the one that got its spear chopped in half.
I'm gonna try and wang the one on the ground with my staff.
Okay. That's not gonna hit, my dude.
That is not critical, though, so I'm gonna try again.
It is not a critical failure, so yeah, you can try again. 13, still not gonna do it. Still not a critical fail.
You know what? Fuck it.
Okay. So it just automatically hits and does 3 points of force damage. I'm not sure why it's saying critical.
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering about those.
Because you can't, because I don't think you can actually critically hit with this. Just automatically does damage. Alright. That's going to be it for Ezra. Kira, it is your turn.
Ooh. I want to. If I were to try to heal. No, I'm gonna wait.
You would also
should
heal the
wait.
kobold.
Yeah, I figured. I would. I'm gonna do a scimitar attack on the one in between Maricel and I.
Alright. It is off guard to you, so its armor class is reduced from 16 to 14. A 12 isn't going to hit.
What's the negative about a multi-weapon attack again? Or not a multi,
Your multiple attack
What is it?
penalty is minus
Yeah, there it is.
5 on your second strike and then minus 10 on your third.
Got it. Well, that's not really a good thing for me. And I'm not really able to move, because if I were to move, say, here, that would cause me... Would that cause me to have anything bad?
Kobolds don't have the reactive strike or attack of opportunity. So, no.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I could have moved there. Okay, in that case, I want
Yeah.
to take an action to stride. I thought I wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
Right next to Maricel and use Divine Font.
Okay. For
Brings me
one
down
action,
to one more
roll
for an action.
1d8.
Oops, wrong one.
Marciel, you are healed for 1.
Well, I tried, as I just shrug.
Every little bit helps, man. Thank you.
Mhm. It is now the kobold's turn. Ezra, this one is going to pop up here next to you, and it's going to try to whack you with its stick. If this hits, it will do less damage.
I'm
Your
not
armor
being
class is
flanked,
hurt.
though, correct?
You're not being flanked. You're not being flanked.
Because
so
he
it's
is
not going to
prone.
hit. And then he's going to try it again with a 9. That is still not going to work. This one, meanwhile, is going to stand up as its first action. And it has an actual spear. And that's a 13.
Fail.
So now they're flanking you.
Okay.
And you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage from that.
Ow, dick.
And then it's going to try it again. It rolled an actual 0.
So it's fallen down again?
No, what happened instead is you have snapped its spear in half, and it is just looking at a broken piece of wood impotently in its hand. Valoros,
Yeah.
your turn.
Where's my mouse? Okay, so if I step past the one that just stood up, that would be an attack of opportunity, right?
They don't have attack of opportunity.
Oh shit, dog. All right, 5,
Welcome
10,
to
15, 20.
Pathfinder.
All right, I'm going right here.
All right.
I'm gonna go for the one that just stood up first.
Okay. Twelve is not going to hit.
All right, and then I'm gonna go for the other one that's been standing.
All right.
All right,
6
whatever.
is also not gonna hit. That is a critical fail. And Valeros, you slip on a pile of kobold blood, and you are now prone.
Oh,
Merciel, it's your turn. And my, how the turntables.
Wait, a 6 and under is a
Turntable.
fail, or?
Their armor class is 16. You failed to meet its armor class. You hit its armor class minus 10. You crit failed.
Okay.
$16. That's gonna hit for 5 points of piercing damage. Ducker's dead. You have a third action, Mariciel, if you'd like to say help Valorous stand.
Yes, I want to help Valorous stand.
Valorous, are you going to accept Mariciel pulling you up?
Yeah.
Alright.
don't do it. They smell funny.
There you go.
That's
Ezra, it's
funny.
your turn.
I'm gonna make this bitch cold.
Alright. 18's gonna work. Going to hit on a 5. That's 2 actions. You have a third.
I'm gonna piece the fuck all the way out to here.
Okay.
Actually, no, probably here, because that would be difficult terrain, I would assume.
No. There's no note of it in the book.
It's rubble on the ground. That's gonna be difficult terrain.
There's nothing. It's not noted in the book, so I'm
I are done.
treating it like set dressing. Then Kira, it's your turn.
All right. If I move to its side, do I get flanking?
No, you would have to be here in the wall in order to get flanking with Valorous.
Okay.
And Ezra,
Okay.
low-key, kind of just fucked you on getting flanking.
It's all right. It
I'm
happens.
about to die.
It's okay.
You have 7 hit points left. You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
He
That's
doesn't
like
need
almost
healing.
half.
This kobold needs killing. I'm hitting it with the scimitar. Never
With
mind.
13, you're not.
I'm not with a 13. Oh, and well, I ended up moving up, so that means one action on that, an action on the,
One
the
action on
scimitar.
that.
So I have one action
your
on.
scimitar, so you have 1 action left. You can take another scimitar attack.
What's the worst that could happen? Oh, the worst happened.
No, a normal fail is fine. It's bad, but it's not catastrophic. And that takes us to the kobold's turn. I'm going to say that this one is going for Kira. Oh, wait a minute. They have 3 spears. It throws away the piece of garbage, and it is going to draw a spear. That is an action with the manipulate trait, and that triggers reactive strike. Valoros, you have attack of opportunity.
You got this, Val. I believe in you.
I don't believe in you. You're going to choke it.
Wow.
Do I have to step forward, or can I rage jump from here?
No, you can reach him from right where you are.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh,
Okay.
full dead.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Valoros is going to paint the walls with this kobold warrior.
I just needed a
Whoa.
woman's touch, that's all.
Whoa.
And you guys are here in this space. There's a door to your north and a cage full of what looks like goodies to your south.
Investigation time?
I mean, you can
Lockpicking
definitely
time?
look around. Yeah. There is magic in. There's magic in them that are crates. Not a
Is
lot
that
of them, but a
Is
little.
that a door with a lock that I can
Yeah, it's
attempt to
locked.
pick a lock?
You can definitely try to pick it.
All right, let's do that.
All right, roll me.
Oh, come on.
All
Can-
right, you're going.
can
to
I
try to pick it,
assist?
so roll me thievery. On a 13, you fail, but you don't critically fail.
Can I assist?
Are you trained in thievery?
I believe I am, yes.
Do you have a set of thieves' tools?
Well, I don't want to pick it. I want to assist her.
Do you have a set of thieves' tools that you can
Ah.
use to assist her? This is a specialized task. It requires specialized tools.
No, I don't. Dick.
There you go. For a skill, you can try again.
I will try one more time.
All right.
Jesus.
That is another failure, but still not a crit.
All right.
You
I
have
I put
plus 7 on
soap in there
thievery.
to
The only
lube
way
up.
you can crit fail is an out one.
Anybody
I've
else
rubbed
want to
some
take a
soap in there.
crack at this?
Run it back. You got this. I believe in you.
Will it lube it up?
Lift it up. Talk sweetly to it.
I have soap.
All right, we'll give it one more shot.
All right.
Jesus.
A little better, but still not there. Quite there.
Yeah, I think that I should probably leave this alone. I don't want to break my thieves' tools.
Is this just a normal door with a lock?
I mean, like, yeah.
I mean, can we just
It's
try
like-
Why don't we
opening
just
the
try
door?
breaking it down?
I mean, you could definitely try to break it down.
Oh, Valeros!
Yes.
Did I try turning the knob to make sure it's
Yes,
even
the door is locked.
Okay, just making sure.
The door is locked.
Just knowing my luck.
I think you're. Can I inspect said integrity of door and lock?
The door is fine. The lock is confounding Mauriciel for now. It's stout. The things inside it look like they've been in there for way too damn long.
I mean, can I bonk it with the hilt of my sword? Because that's
goes
for some
bonk?
reason what Kyra's requesting.
It goes bonk. You can try to
Okay.
break it down, but that's like trying to kick it.
Can I kick it?
Mauriciel, do you want to try again, or are you going to let Valorous kick it?
You got this. Try again.
Yeah, try again.
All right, I'll try one more time.
I believe in
No,
you.
let him kick it.
On a
Oh,
19, Valorous is standing behind you like, are you sure you don't want me to try it? And the lock pops open.
Okay, let's check this shit out. What's going on here?
You got 3 crates and a couple of barrels. You notice as you're coming in here that some of the kobolds were carrying dried salted fish, presumably stolen from a fishery. But there's a lot more fish missing than would be explained by 4 kobolds. Most of you pop open the cell, you come in, you pop the crates, you pop the barrels, you pop the crates. The barrels contain like long since spoiled food. The crates mostly contain stained cloth, but but right on top of one of them, wrapped up really neatly in what used to be nice, like a nice linen, is like 4 pounds of silver pieces, comes out to 200, and a gold ring worth 5 gold pieces at a glance, as well as an immaculate, pristine short sword. Ezrin, you pulse out Detect Magic again. That short sword is giving you a reading.
Well, alright. Is that all I can get as just a basic?
Yeah, you can just detect it and say, that thing is magical.
That thing is magical.
Ladies, would you like a new weapon?
What kind of magic?
The arcane kind.
I don't know anything of magic, so that's okay. I'll keep what I got.
I'll take it.
Alright, it is a +1 short sword. And unlike some other, are you? Excuse me while I check something really quick.
Typing.
You might not be trained in it.
Okay.
Let me check the
Something
gear.
to sell.
No, this is definitely something to use.
Might be for someone else.
Yeah, it's a martial weapon.
Okay.
I apologize. So
Like-
you are untrained in this.
For a fighter, maybe?
I don't want
Bad
it.
idea.
I'm an expert.
Yes, we get it. However,
That'll end well.
Mauricio, you already have a short sword option. I'm just going to give you one, or give it to you. It has a +1 on attacks, but it does not affect damage at all. Unlike certain other systems that you might otherwise be familiar with.
Okay.
Then it does 26. There we go. It has agile, finesse, and versatile slashing. So yeah, there we go. Mauricio, you now have a fancy ass magical short sword. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is a pretty good place to stop pause for the evening. So thank you all very much for coming out. I really appreciate you. And how do you guys feel about the Menace under Otari?
Not bad. Not
I
bad.
feel like it's kind of neat, especially when you're trying to learn things. It's like
Yeah.
consistently, like it kind of puts you in a consistent spot to where you have to like learn, but it doesn't feel like you're learning too fast.
It's a
So like as a
dungeon
beginner
crawler.
box, it really does feel like
It's a
does feel pretty
dungeon
good.
crawl, but the first fight with the giant rats that introduces like, here's how to deal with like small enemies that are kind of swarming you a little bit. But I as the game master was specifically told, have each rat attack a different hero. And
What I like
that
about
dungeon-
dungeon. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were done. ahead.
I was going to continue, and then we go into the cliff, which is all about skill checks, and then we go into the spider, where you can use a skill check to avoid it, but also it's teaching you about things like difficult terrain. It's teaching you about saving throws. We get up to the barricade. The barricade doesn't actually do very much, but it's a neat character moment. The undead are there to teach you that, Kira, I'm just going to tell you that you did exactly the wrong thing.
oh, I did.
Because what you should have done was you should have tried to run right up into the middle and then cast the big 3-action heal, because that would have blasted them all apart.
Yeah, makes sense.
The nice thing about the dungeon crawlers is because you get consistent practice to be able to try your character from different aspects. with similar situations. And that's what I like about it, is because it allows you, like, okay, I'm new to playing a rogue in Pathfinder, and a lot of what we've done so far in our other campaign has been a lot of storytelling.
Talking.
Yeah, and
Been
it
a lot of
hasn't been as much working with the mechanics, and this got to work with the mechanics quite a bit, and that I really liked.
Yeah. And then, here in the fight with kobolds, you'll notice that the kobolds were actively trying to flank you. And with one or two exceptions, you guys caught on to that pretty quick, and you guys immediately started trying to flank them right back. And I'm going to just commit to telling you guys, there's a whole second layer to this. Like, you guys finish this map, and there's a second map. And on that second map, stuff like keeping track of who's got flanking, who can get flat-footed to who, are the kinds of trouble, what are the kinds of things that you guys can do to maybe reduce something's armor class a little bit more. Can I knock it prone? Can Valoros grab a hold of the ogre and trip it? All of those things get massively more important on that second layer, but you guys are picking it up, and I'm really impressed with how the writers of the adventure are consistently making each encounter a little bit more complicated and a little bit more mechanically robust until, by the end of it, it's just like, all right, here's the situation, just go ham. And I look forward to getting there with you guys eventually, maybe. But I kind of like this, and I look forward to running it next time.
All right, on that
The
note,
next time that we have somebody missing.
We are out. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you made it this far, thank you for watching.
If you made it this far, you are the target audience. This is where you belong.
We'll be back hopefully next week with Isle of Wight. Thank you. We love you. Have a great night.
Toodaloo.
Woo!